Welcome to Nostalgic Necro, and one thing that I talk about on this channel a lot is this idea of continuous improvement. Perfection is of course impossible, but I'm trying to improve my own gameplay, and you got to listen to people, practice and all that kind of stuff, and hopefully over time you can become a better player. And last week I played this Azorius Enchantments deck that was shared with me by Valkyrie Rune, and I have to be honest, I wasn't that thrilled with my gameplay in that session. I felt like partially I've never played the deck before, I didn't really know what was going on, I made some definite misplays, and after the video, Valkyrie Rune and a couple of other people pointed out a couple of things that I could have done better, and I wanted to test the idea of if I take that knowledge that you guys have given me and play this deck again with this new knowledge, can I actually improve, can I do better with it? So that's what we are doing today. So let me go over some of the things that you guys mentioned in the comments. Most of them come directly from Valkyrie Rune, who left me a long comment with timestamps included to show me the mistakes that I made. So the first thing is just be aware, this is more like a technical thing, just be aware of what is an enchantment in the deck. The Fear of Isolation is an enchantment and it's a creature as well, of course. So is the Silent Hallcreeper. In the one game, I had the Entity Tracker and I had the Fear of Isolation in hand, and I played the Fear of Isolation first because I forgot it was an enchantment, and then the Entity Tracker second. So that is not optimal, of course, you don't get to draw a card. So more generally, just extrapolating from that, just focus on getting value and optimizing your card draw and the 1/1s with your Gremlin Tamer, and just always think in terms of sequencing in order to figure out how to get the maximum value in every situation. And of course, just be aware the Gremlin Tamer enchantment or unlocking a room, you get a 1/1. The Entity Tracker, same thing, but this time you draw a card, and the Enduring Innocence is your other piece. Whenever a creature you control with power 2 or less enters, you draw a card. So just always focus on your sequencing, make sure you get the maximum value and sequence things right in the correct order. So that's the first thing. The second thing that Valkyrie Rune mentioned, and also a user by the name of, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Stebobibo, thank you very much, Stebobibo, for pointing out as well that Rest in Peace is, again, I think this is probably my best of one lack of, experience there, lack of experience in best of three. I always see this as, oh, okay, if opponent's playing Reanimator, sub in Rest in Peace. However, sometimes it's a bit more subtle. For example, in the Izzet Lessons deck, they will, get value from lessons being in their graveyard, and it's actually a very useful card there. You get down Rest in Peace, you exile the graveyard, and they have to rebuild the whole lesson synergy, because the last thing you want is for them to get that value out of Accumulate Wisdom, essentially, 2 mana, sometimes 1 mana because of Grant to draw 3 cards, and very much that locks you out the game. So that's the second very important thing. Just be aware of Rest in Peace and its utility in non-direct reanimator strategies. And then the third thing was more of a tactical idea from Valkyrie Rune. So especially when you see that your opponent's playing a lot of removal, like for example the Izzet Lessons, be aware of not slamming down things like the Enduring Innocence or the Entity Tracker without being able to at least get some immediate value out of it. So for example, in the one game I played Enduring Innocence, and I was like, great, this thing will never die, and even if it's get killed, I'll still be able to get the enchantment side of it. However, opponents are playing a lot of Torch the Tower in best of 3, I'm learning. So the opponent just torches Tower my Enduring Innocence, I got no value out of it. A better thing to do, I think, is that because best of 3 is a bit slower, just wait, be a bit patient, maybe hold up removal on their turn, maybe the next turn, play the Enduring Innocence. Now you've got 4 mana, and then you can do something like Stormchaser's Talent, get immediate value from the Enduring Innocence. Same thing with the Entity Tracker. Try play it at flash speed when they're tapped out, and then you can at least immediately get some value by playing an enchantment like the Hallcreeper or the Fear of Isolation or the Airbender Ascension or whatever. Then if your opponent kills the Entity Tracker, at least you got that 1 card draw out of it, as opposed to just playing it down and it dies immediately. So those are the 3 main tips, and I want to take those tips and play again. I haven't played this deck at all since that gameplay, so it's just going to be 3 fresh games since then. Let's see if your helpful, useful ideas and knowledge make me perform better with this deck. I'm curious to see how it goes. And also one small thing, this is based also on Valkyrie Rune's comments. He told me that he cut 2 Virtue of Loyalties for 2 more lands, so I've added 2 Floodfarm Verge. The deck now is 24 lands. I think that's better. This deck does need quite a lot of land to get going, because ideally you do want to cast multiple things a turn in order to get value from the Tamer, the Entity Tracker and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, anyways, that's what we're doing today. And as always, I may be the nostalgic necro, but I'm putting my nostalgia aside because Valkyrie Rune and other people as well gave me some tips in the comments, and I want to take that knowledge and see if I can use it to become a better player with this deck. I wasn't so happy with my last showcase. Hopefully this one makes up for it. Let's find out how I do in the arena. today. Okay, well, I need to try this deck again because I just wasn't happy with my performance last time, and Valkyrie Rune gave me some really good tips on how to pilot the deck better, and you know, let's try it out. Waiting for the opponent here. Should be an easy decision. I'm just choosing when to play or draw. Opponent goes first. How surprising. Okay, no white, but we have Stormchasers. I think this is keepable. I mean, we have a good start, right? Even without white. I think we can keep this. Izzet Lessons. Izzet Lessons, Izzet Lessons. Like a pun. Izzet Lessons, Izzet Lessons. Udasaki, Mulster 5. Oh man. That gives us a nice advantage, potentially. Nice, picking up the Multiversal Passage. But our first play here is pretty clear. Drop this. Now, it could still be... Oh no, it's Temur Aggro maybe? Temur Aggro. Plays a tapped land. Is this Kavaro potentially? So, do we go for the Tamer? The Tamer then lets us next turn Isolation and play the Stormchasers again. It's a lot of value, right? I think I quite like that. Isolation, play down the Stormchasers, or we got the Aang's Iceberg or Seamrip if we need to do something a little bit different. Let's see how it goes for us here. Surak. Okay, so we can just Aang it away. Otherwise we can't really attack, can we? So I think we better do that. Can't attack through this otherwise. Get our value. Okay, opponent does get to draw a card off of that. I actually didn't realize that, but fine. Okay, so we've used up a key removal piece. We can, of course, return it to our hand in a pinch, but I don't think that's really what the idea for the Fear of Isolation in there is. One plays a 4/4 at warp cost. Interesting. And it gets warped out. Opponent really didn't like the Tamer. It's pretty good for us, I guess. So, could go for the Fear, replay the Stormchasers, could also just try Flash Entity Tracker. I quite like going wide here. Although, no, you know, the Entity Tracker will just give us so much card draw next turn. Let me just think. Fear of Isolation, play it down again. Well, I hope I don't regret this, but I'm thinking Entity Tracker next turn we just get so much card draw with the Fear of Isolation and replaying the Stormchasers. More of a long game plan here. Whenever... Okay, Scrap Shooter. Oof, that's pretty bad. Okay, so they can destroy the Aang's Iceberg. That's not great. They get back Surak. Get the pool. That's pretty good. Enduring Innocence. So, let me just think here. Do we just try to draw cards this turn? Can bounce something to their hand. Bounce Surak. Whenever a creature you control or creature becomes so, the opponent draws a card. Seamrip's not very useful. Okay, let's start with this. I think we're hunting for removal here. Don't hit removal. Play Stormchasers. Another Bottomless pool is pretty good. We can try hit them in the air. Pick this up again. So, no attack. Next turn we can bounce a bunch of their stuff. Maybe that's the path here? Man, this thing getting back the killing of the Aang's Iceberg was a huge problem. I don't think Seamrip is going to be very useful in this matchup. Keen-Eyed Curator is fine. Opponent doesn't attack. Okay, Keen-Eyed we can actually take out with the Seamrip, so let's start there. But lots of prowess creatures. I think our situation is not bad. Okay, they got removal for the entity tracker. That's not great. Okay, and unfortunately we don't get value now. Damn. Okay, that's a bit bad, but we can double bounce their stuff. Attacking for huge damage. Is it lethal? I mean, I think it's a good play, right? It's going to be so much damage. Okay, bounce you. They get to draw a card, but I think it's fine. Another Bottomless pool here. I think we're going to present lethal, right? Double Stormchasers as well. Okay, get the win there in the first game, but in best of 3, you don't celebrate too early because that is just round 1. Okay, so let's think. Okay, so Rest in Peace. I mustn't forget about this card, but we don't need it. We got the Scrap Shooter, so is Aang's Iceberg the best card? Okay, Negate, I don't think we need it. It's all creatures. Okay, Valkyrian said he often cuts the Virtue of Loyalty out. So let me just think here. I think I'm happy to take out Seamrip. I don't think we're going to have as many targets for it. Two Dev Judgment in case we fall behind. Even though we're on the play this game, so we should be... 3 get lost because that's very flexible. Another Aang's Iceberg. Cut out 1 Virtue. Gives us a lot of removal. We're on the play, so hopefully we have an advantage. I don't think we need the sweeper for this matchup. Oh man. Okay, I'm going to try this. If it's not the right call, we'll figure it out next game. Okay. Just got to jump into the deep end here and just do it. Let's see if this works out for us. Not the best hand, is it? Got removal though. It's not terrible. Opponent goes first. Why is this opponent goes first? Didn't they go first last time? I'm confused. I was sure they went first last time. Okay, we get Entity Tracker. This down on whites. Okay, got lots of removal. That's something we're going for us in this hand. And cracks the passage. I'm sure they went first in the last game. I'm going to have a look at that. Okay, unfortunately we don't draw land. That's kind of bad. Blue. Pay 2 life here. Hope to draw land next turn. It's playing blue now. Unfortunately, we don't have a way of dealing with this unless they power it up, so that's kind of bad. And ramping hard here. Get Lost, of course, doesn't take this out. It's an artifact. Okay, we draw land, thankfully. Yeah, we'll try flashing the entity tracker here. Yeah, hitting that land is huge. Keen-Eyed Curator. Do we go for the entity tracker? We know that they play the card that does the immolation. Or do we just start removing stuff? I'm gonna hope that this deck doesn't play much removal. We can try get an advantage. Okay, they do clearly play removal. Okay, they just bounce it. That's fine, I guess. Tamer. I'd much rather have a land here. Okay, so we can bounce the creature. I think I'm happy to do this. Bounce the Curator and just try hold up this Get Lost for something. Just slow them down a bit. Okay, 6/6. This thing is crew 4. So I think we'll just kill this now. This crew's a problem. And we'll get to map up here, which we don't love. They also get a Keen-Eyed Curator. Oh, we don't draw land again? Come on. Okay, I think we're going to have to try and Aang's Iceberg our way out of this situation. Opponent's got 2 cards in hand. They're getting a bit flooded here. Okay. Aang's Iceberg, this Stormstole. Take 3 from the Keen-Eyed Curator. Land would be really nice. Really, really nice. Okay, opponent will get to use the map tokens as well now. Oh, damn, they hit the Scrap Shooter. Their land is good, a little bit late. So, man, what do we do here? This is a pretty bad situation. I think maybe I do need sweepers. Airbender Ascension. Guess we just try to stall them with the removal. Sure. Okay, the exile more stuff. Sure. We can airbend it away at some point. Man, them finding the Scrap Shooter really sucks. Yeah, maybe I cut out the Aang's Iceberg. Okay, I think I'm going to cut out this Iceberg. It's a little bit too vulnerable to their Scrap Shooter. They clearly play lots of these. Okay, I think I'm going to take this. Let them do their thing. Okay, they take the Aang's Iceberg. They get an 8/8. We draw a card, that's something. They earthbend the land as well. Okay, we'll get down this tracker. I think it's a little bit too late for us though. Play you. What do we do? We can either do this now, just get rid of something, or try surprise them. Ugh, I don't like our situation here at all. at all. But I think in retrospect, I should have gone for the Ultima and Day of Judgment play. This deck will be very vulnerable to sweepers, I feel. Okay, the Earthbend and Ultima would destroy their lands as well. So they get a 4-4. I think this game is probably a lost cause at this point. Yeah, I'm going to take out these Aang's Icebergs. As much as I like them, I don't think they're the right card for this matchup. Get a 1-1. Draw a card. And it will attack here. We can try survive just by going wide. Oh, they can... Oh, I forgot about this. Oh, damn. Okay, they can actually hit us already. Oh, they can just get lethal now? Damn, damn, damn. Okay, I blocked the wrong thing there. Okay, we'll learn from this one. We'll learn from this one. I definitely made a mistake there. Multiple mistakes. 12. Yeah, okay, so I could have actually survived the turn and tried to stall them with the Tamer. But I forgot that they had the ability here to pump it up. Okay. Oh man, okay, that's disappointing, but I think I've learned my lesson. I don't think Aang's Iceberg is the right card here. Instead, I'm going to go for sweepers. Yeah, Ultimate Day of Judgment. Virtue of Loyalty is pretty nice because it does give us a way to scale. Get Lost is okay. Earthbender Ascension. That a card I want here. It's not the best. A lot like their Scrap Shooter comes back with value, but it could be good to store them. Yeah, I'm gonna just try this. Okay. Damn. Okay. Damn. What can you do? Odasaki. Let's go. Last game. And we'll go first. I swear something is weird with the first thing. I don't know what happened in this game. Okay. Reasonable. Reasonable. Not the best, but reasonable. This is down tapped on white. I want to hit the sweeper. Ultima is really important. Okay, if one hits a tapped land, we get the Fear of Isolation. That's pretty good. Might as well get this down. We need double white. I'm just going to get this down on white now. Tapped. No need to take damage. I stall them here. Keen-Eyed Curator is okay. Get lost at next turn we can draw with the... I'm happy to take the damage here. Let's just see what they're up to with the next card. Another Keen-Eyed Curator. Okay. Get lost this one. And then it's a little bit stuck on land here, it seems. That's pretty good. Okay, Verge. We can get some value out of this, which is pretty good. So we go Entity Tracker. Bottomless Pool, get rid of this thing, try find our sweeper. Once I find that sweeper, I'll feel a lot more confident. Land is not really what I want here. Opponent scoops! Ah, they got stuck on land. I don't care, I'll take it. But I do think getting rid of the Aang's Iceberg and putting in the sweepers makes a lot of sense for this deck, especially with that Scrap Shooter or whatever that card's called that lets it destroy the enchantment and therefore get back whatever we removed, you know? Okay, happy to start with a win there, and let's see if that continues. Play first. Sure. Thing against Moog. It's currently 4-2-4, very high rank here. This is pretty good. Pretty good. Put this down tapped. I mean, it always comes down tapped, but you know what I mean. Okay, what are we up against here? On the one hand, I'm kind of scared of Izzet Lessons, but on the other hand, I kind of want to base Izzet Lessons just to kind of, you know, I feel like I got a bit of a chip on my shoulder against Izzet Lessons here. And I would like a bit of a rematch. Okay, opponent draws and scries. It could be Lessons. They do play this sometimes, don't they? Okay, it looks like it's some sort of aggro deck. Aggro maybe? Is it aggro? Okay, torch the tower. So, I think we'll go for the Virtue of Loyalty play. Try to play it at end of turn. Let's see what they're up to here. Okay, I must remember this thing. Well, what did they pick? But it can also give their stuff haste. So they go for 1-0 and haste. Okay, that's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Okay, let's see if we can get them to tap out. Maybe we can hit the Enduring Innocence at end of turn. That'll be much better for us. They're not tapped out. I'm very nervous to get this down with all their removal. They go for the Riddler. They get card draw. They also get to attack us because it has haste. Really nice for them. They go for another Riddler. Wow. Getting smacked hard here. That's insane for the opponent. Wow. That's a lot of value. Wow. So that's why they play this card. I've seen this card in this deck and I've been like, why did they play it? And I kind of get it now. Okay, that gives them huge advantage. You're drawing 2 cards and hitting you for 10. That's insane. Okay, we're gonna have to do a lot of work here, but we do get a lot of value now. So we go. I mean, the order doesn't matter here. It does matter. It does matter. We get maximum card draw if we do this. Draw a card. Draw 2 cards. So that's really good, but we need a lot. We do need a lot here to go right for us. We don't have any removal. We can airbend something. Slow them down a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to want all my get lost to get rid of this problem. Another Riddler. Don't tell me they have another Riddler as well. That would be just insane if they had a 4th Riddler here. Just to deal us 20 damage straight with Riddlers. It's ridiculous. We got no flying right now. Fear of missing out. Okay. That's a bit better. I think we can at least block here. Okay, so next turn they can start playing Riddlers at full price. Okay, so we can't block you. They have 1 mana. They can possibly kill one of our things. If we don't block, we go down to 2, and next turn they can hit us for 5. And with this, I guess we block with the Enduring Innocence, Lifelinker, and it comes back. Oh, it gives it trample as well. I didn't realize that. Whoops. Okay, we get a card draw here. That's something. Okay, we have no way right now of dealing with a flyer. Okay, we can airbend it away. That's something. Whenever this creature deals combat damage. Okay, this has vigilance. That's pretty good. I think we just attack with everything here. Okay, I think we need to find removal. So if we make it a copy of the entity tracker, we can draw cards. Or potentially a lot of cards. We better make you a copy of you. If they have removal for this entity tracker, that'll be so bad, because now we just made it a copy of it and it doesn't exist anymore. Oh, that sucks. Okay, that's bad. So now we've lost our card draw. I should have just drawn a card with it, right? Okay, we can play a land, so let's play you. I think we play you. This lets us draw a card. Because we need to airbend this thing. I don't think this is an option. We have to airbend the fear of missing out. And now what? We need to draw a card. We can draw a card with the Otter. And this gives us 3 mana, so if we draw the Aang's Iceberg, we can at least block the thing. Oh, we get Fear of Isolation. Okay, it gives us a blocker. If they have removal, obviously it's not going to be enough. But we have no choice. We just do this. Pick up what? I think we pick up this. Just so we have more removal next turn if we survive. I mean, there's no way we're going to survive. Well, if they're bottlenecked on land, we might survive. Because they would need 5 mana plus removal for one of our creatures. Okay, that's pretty good. So at least we stalled them a little bit. We can block their thing, basically, unless they drew land. Okay, they go for Fear of Missing Out. They go for Stormchasers. Oh boy. Man, this card's insane. 1-0 and haste. They boomerang. What's their last card? Another Fear of Missing Out. So we just did. We block and block, we just die, right? Oh, and they got Delirium as well. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's rough. Man, how do we beat this deck? Wow. Oh man, they're so powerful. Okay, Seam Rip is pretty good. It lets us take out the Fear of Missing Out. It lets us take out a whole bunch of their stuff. Not this thing. Okay, we need 3 Get Lost, that's for sure. We need 3 Get Lost. Ultima destroys artifacts, not enchantments. I don't think sweeps is the right thing here. Negate could be pretty good. Maybe 2 negates. Okay, let's cut out the virtue. Need to cut out 3 more cards. I mean, Seam Rip is good, but it doesn't deal with all the problems. Airbender Ascension, a lot of their stuff gives them value when it comes back, so I'm pretty happy to cut this actually. Need to cut out 1 more thing. What else do I cut? Okay, so Get Lost, maybe 1 Seam Rip. Like this. I don't know, I'm still learning the whole thing. Okay, but yeah, very, very tough, very, very tough here. Oh boy, I'm worried about this game, and we're on the draw as well, man. Why? Wait. Why do we get to choose if we want to play? Is it winner decides? Okay. I don't know the rule here, to be honest. I thought it was 1-1-1. Why do I get to decide if I'm on the play twice here? I don't get that. Don't get it. I mean, is it loser decides? If you lose, you get to decide? Is that how it works? I'm pretty confused right now. Okay. Oh, by the way, thank you. I'm trying to remember to do this every video, you know, just to thank everyone who's tuning in, who's watching the content, who's, you know, engaging with the content. It is really fun to hang out with you guys. And yeah, if you're new here, do check out the channel, drop a like, subscribe, say hello. I am really enjoying interacting with you guys in the comments as well, so yeah. Stick around. Okay, so we got to get lost here. Do we go for the Tamer? Probably not. Seems like they clearly have removal. They want to use it on the Otter. I think that's fine. We maybe just hold to get lost here. Watch the tower. It's fine. Okay, next turn we can get immediate value. Okay, right now they only have red. Seamrip is pretty good. So I think we do nothing, right? We try to flash in the tracker. Okay, I don't think we flash in the tracker now because it's just going to die. Oh yeah, let's do this rather. Okay, let me just think. I think this is fine. Just go a little bit wide here. Do we hold up this land? I think I'm actually going to hold up this land to try draw cards. We don't really need... I mean, land is always nice, but I think it's okay. Okay, opponent seems to have gotten stuck here on lands, so... I'm going to go for this now. Just so we can get a card here. Go for white, so we don't have to hurt ourselves anymore. Okay. Okay, I think we've been pretty lucky here. Let's see if the opponent can recover from a bad situation. They go for a Braid. We've still got the card draw, which is kind of nice. Down the Restless Anchorage. Again, we get this down, but we don't get any value out of it right now. So I think I'm just happy to hold here. Just hold. I want to get value immediately off this Tamer because they have so much removal. Okay, opponent scoops there. We got pretty lucky. They got stuck on land. I'm still not very confident here. I still don't know if the sideboard decisions I made are right, but we did win that game. Mainly, I think, through luck. And we'll try... I think we just keep it though. It did work. The get lost felt pretty good. Yeah, I think we'll just keep it. Okay, so now they lost, so they decided to go first or second. Is that how it works? I don't know. I don't know. Opponent goes first. Okay, Seamer would be good. Fear of Isolation. Okay, man, I'm pretty nervous playing against this deck. They're very strong, very strong. This time they hit their blue. Okay, we got a Stormchasers of our own. So we could just seam rip their Stormchasers. So you just bottomless pool there. Yeah, I think you just do this. And slow them down a bit. We can use a seam rip later for this, but for now it's probably okay. Draycatcher, interesting. Okay, I think I want to seam rip that now that I've seen that card. Okay, we're gonna have to do this though, unfortunately, get it down tapped. And I don't think we can allow this Draycatcher to do things to us. I think we're gonna have to do this. Okay. Got another bottomless pool here. Okay, where is my get lost, please? I cannot let this card live. Yeah, I think we go for Stormchasers. Go for the Tamer, get no value out of it immediately. It probably just dies. I think we just do this and get this down on white. Okay. Okay, man, this card causes me huge problems. And it just gives him such a buff, man. Fear of missing out. And then bins a Braid. Man, they're such a lead now because of this card. Man, this card's a huge problem. Okay, Okay, no blocks. Okay, unfortunately we don't draw so well here. The problem is it also gives trample, so the 1/1s we spit out with the Tamer aren't that good, unfortunately for us. I think we just bottomless pool. Okay, let me just think. We can get this down, but we get no value out of it right now. We can get this down and then bottomless pool. That's not bad, right? Yeah, I can see this working. Let's put out a 1/1. I mean, it's something, right? It is something. We can double block the fear of missing out if we want to. When it opts, they are stuck a little bit on cards. They've only got 2 cards in hand. We have 3. One of those cards is a land, but they can start getting value from the Stormchasers, unfortunately. I don't think we block this. Okay, they pick up what? Pick up Opt. They're looking to draw stuff. Multiversal Passage. So. Okay, let me just think here. So we can bounce this for... No, this only bounces a creature. So we can bounce the fear, they get to draw another card. This is lifelink, it's pretty good. Okay, wait, I've got a bit of a... Like, I can't think right now. I think we just... Okay, I think we just stall them. Stall them and go wide, right? Get this down on white, play it as a lifelinker for next turn so we can get card draw. Scary. I should have played that before, right? I would have gotten... Oh, I still get to draw a card. Okay, that's good. I think we'll kick back all these blockers, so if they hit the fear of missing out, we can triple block it if we want to. Next turn... Okay, opponent opts. Man, this card is so scary, this Frostcliff Siege. Oh boy. It's just so explosive. Trample, haste, +1/+0, that's insane. Okay, opponent keeps the top. What did they find there? Hopefully not the worst thing in the world for me. Drake Hatcher. Okay, we can bounce the Hatcher. They get to put 2 incubation tokens on it. But they need 3 incubation tokens in order to get value. Why did they leave 2 mana open? Why didn't they play the fear of missing out? I'm just worried that they have a way of pumping this up. Oh, it's got prowess. Right. Okay, that's why they did that. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay, I think we're still okay. We're still okay, even though that's a bit of a mess up on my part. We seam rip the Drake Hatcher. And then we pick up the pool and bounce their token. Okay, these seam rips are way more useful than I thought. Okay, we get a 1/1 out the deal. Opponent gets to do that because I've made a mistake, but we can bounce it. It's okay. We have enough mana as long as the auto tapper doesn't mess me up here. We're gonna have to take damage though. We're gonna have to go blue. Fear of Isolation. Pick up the Bottomless pool. Get another 1/1 out the deal. Bounce the token. Yet another 1/1. Man, this thing, once it gets going, is insane. Okay, I think we just do an all attack here. We've got so many blockers. Opponent's down to 6. They're going to have to draw insane here to get out of this situation. They can hit us for 3 with a fear of missing out. We've got lots of blockers. Okay, nice by the opponent. They get some value there. What do they find? Drake Hatcher. There's no way they have lethal, right? They go full swing, surely. No, they don't go full swing. Okay, this is a flyer, so I'd like to keep this. So if we block... Okay, we don't want them to get a token. Let me just think. So if we block... So we take 3 from you. Now if we block you... Then we take 3 damage, right? Is that how it works? Yeah, we take 3. So we got to block like this to absorb 2. So we take 3, and then we go down to 1. God, I hope I've done the maths here right. Yeah, we go down to 1. Oh, they do get... Oh, we get the Aang's Iceberg. It's so good. Oh, opponent scoops there. Okay, I made a mistake there because it's got tramples. It still did 3 combat damage. Wait, hold on. I just want to see this. Didn't it absorb some of it? How did it get 3 tokens? Whenever this creature deals combat damage, we absorbed some of the combat damage with our blockers, didn't we? Okay, I'm gonna have to relook at that one. But okay, I got the win somehow. Yay! That's so cool. Oh man, I tell you what, these best of 3 gameplays, there's just such battles, and I like it, but it's also exhausting. Like, these games are so exhausting. We go first. Yeah, I gotta mull this. Oh my word. Okay. Best of 3, baby. Gotta love it. Okay, so what do we keep here? Keep 2 lands. Keep 5. Get rid of 1 starting town and 1 of you. And pray to the gods of magic that somehow things work out from this point. Oh boy, yeah, the games are such battles, man, and like you have to concentrate so hard. You know, best of 1, I love the format, don't get me wrong, but it's, you know, it's oftentimes like quick and easy. You're not too focused on what your opponent's doing, to be honest. A lot of the times you're more focused on just your own gameplay, like trying to assemble your combo. And, you know, you've got some pretty limited interaction a lot of the time. And, man, I just find best of 3, you have to think so much harder consistently. It's a real problem. It's, yeah. Okay, so we can seam rip the seam rip. Is that what we're doing here? Seam ripping the seam rip? I'd love to get back my, my Hallcreep. I think it's worth it. Okay, being stuck on 2 land here though is not great. Voice of Victory, problematic card, but we draw Seam Rip. That's really nice. If only we weren't stuck on 2 land. Okay, we're definitely going to draw a card with this. Look for land. Yes, I will draw and find land, please. I don't find land. Oh boy. Rough spot here. So it's some sort of creature deck. Oh, we still don't draw land. What the hell's going on here? Okay, there's some interaction coming for sure. The Silent Hallcreeper is gonna die, clearly. Yeah, get lost. Okay, so I think we use this opportunity to hunt for land. And because we could also play the fear, but we need to find land. Okay, we hit land, that's good. I think we better go... Is this control? No, because they play the creatures, right? What is this? I think I'm happy to pick up this. We are applying pressure on their opponent. They're also stuck on land, it seems. They're on 3 lands. Pretty sure they've missed land drops if we've missed land drops, right? Okay, that's really good. Okay, let's start with this. I feel like this might be countered, which is why I didn't want to go for the entity tracker first. They got the Aven Interrupter, okay. So that disappears. Do you just go for the... they're tapped out now. So we can either Aang it away, or just play the entity tracker now that they are tapped out. We get no value out of the entity tracker now. I think I like this right now. I feel like we might win like just an aggro race. Get them down to A, just keep applying like relentless pressure. We can play this down next turn as well. Okay. It's fine-ish. It's fine-ish. We got entity tracker. Now we can get down the fear. We can't play this, right? Because it's so we can play fear. We're gonna have to pick up something. Is there anything we want to pick up? Guess we just have to pick up a land here. Draw a card. Oh, we already played land for turn. Okay. Okay, got a lot of pressure here. Let's hope they don't have a sweep or something like that. Seam Rip takes out only the fear. It's okay. Does the entity tracker survive? It's crucial. I need entity tracker to survive here. Okay, let's start with you. Okay, we're going to draw lots of cards if this entity tracker can just live. Please live, entity tracker. I need you to live. Okay, that's good. Opponent's got some interaction here, clearly. But the card draw was just so tempting. Okay. We'll hold up this map token. Let's just attack first. This is 3 to power up, so we can safely attack here. They got what? Blanca. I should have seen that coming. Damn, we're gonna lose the entity tracker. Okay, I think we're probably still going to be okay, but that's... I would have known that this deck is doing a whole bunch of flash creature stuff by now. Okay, they're going to block it. I think we're still going to be fine. Okay, can use you on... what do we use you on? You, I guess, because you're a lifelinker. Stormchasers is good. Spyglass Siren. What other tricks does the opponent have up their sleeve here? I feel like they got lots of tricks. Okay, I want to apply a lot of pressure on the opponent here. So I want to return the Siren to their hand. So let me just think. It's 2 mana, 1 mana, and then we can replay it. Let's get this Airbender Ascension going. down another Stormchasers here. So we got lots of creatures attacking their base. I like the idea of getting the Anchorage down. I also like the idea of getting another Stormchasers down, because that does present lethal. So you get this down, you have a follow-up in case they sweep the board somehow. You get this down, you present lethal. Let's present lethal. I know they've got a trick, but this is a lot of pressure either way. Okay. Swing all in. I know they might have a trick, but it's fine, I feel. It's a huge amount of pressure here. They scry to the bottom. That's good for us. Means they didn't find something they really like. Down to 4. Our thing stays, it endures. And what could they possibly have here? Opponent's been very stuck on land here, so okay, nice to get the first win there, but it's not game yet. It is not game yet. Okay, so what did I learn about this opponent? Seamrip was very good. Seamrip was very, very good. Okay, rest in peace. We don't need negate. Negate. Is there many creatures? I feel like I always want to sideboard the get lost. So a lot of their creatures, again, give them value when they enter, right? So maybe you do put in 2 get lost for the 2 Airbender Ascension. Rest in peace, we don't need. I don't think we're going to win with negates. I don't think they're not really going wide. More Aang's Icebergs, but what do you cut for that? I'm just going to do this. We'll try this, see if this works out for us. And then, you know, you can actually learn more from the next game. Be like, oh, okay, I should have done this, I should have done that. This card is working, this card isn't working, so... Waiting on the opponent here. Opponent goes first. Pretty good hand here. Pretty good hand. It's down on blue and opponent mulled, so that's pretty good for us. Okay, get this down on blue, I think, just so we start not having to pain ourselves. Okay, Stormchasers. Seamrip, that's okay. It's okay. You can always... If they take the thing, we can actually get lost the Seamrip. So, we can get lost Seamrip. I'm happy to do this. Just maybe we get lost something or we virtue at end of their turn. Okay, opponent seems to be stuck on land here again. That's really good for us. I ain't complaining. No more lies. So we force him to tap out there. That's pretty good. Pretty good indeed. We just get lost this now, get another thing, or do we just go for the Tamer? Let's get down this Enduring Innocence actually. Next turn we can get lost something and play down the Tamer if they do have an answer for this. Okay, opponent's stuck on land, it seems, again. So. Get this on white so we can stop killing ourselves every time we play a white thing. The Tamer here. Maybe opponent will counter it. They don't. We draw a card. Seam Rip is nice. Do we just... Yeah, I think we just try to Seam Rip their Seam Rip. Spit out a token. We do know they play the Avatar's Rat, so they can't get rid of all our tokens here. It's just going to be sad if they manage to do that. Okay, I feel a bit bad for the opponent. They have stumbled pretty badly here, but hey, it's a best of 3. What are you going to do, you know? In the first game, I had to like multi 5. You know what I mean? Like, it's brutal here. There's no hand smoothing algorithm, nothing. You're just stuck with your own devices, really. Okay, opponent finally hits land. They hit the Enduring Innocence. Nice for them. Europe Isolation. We just go for max pressure here. We can pick up the get lost again next turn with the Stormchaser, so it's pretty good. We could also go for this and just replay the Stormchasers. That's actually really good also. Do you think I like... Well, no, they're a bit stuck on land. Okay, let's try this. Let's be aggressive here. Bottomless pool is really nice. Oh boy. Oh, but the auto tapper screwed me again. I swear. I swear the auto tapper. Okay, I've already committed to this play, but it would be great to have been able to bottomless pool there. Okay, attack, attack. Do we just apply max pressure? I think this is okay. I mean, if they block, I know I don't want to lose my stuff, but if we're going 1 for 1, I think it's fine. Okay, do they have the Avatar's Wrath? It's the only card I've seen of theirs that saves them from this situation. Seam Rip won't be enough, I don't think. Creature we can... Okay, they got another Seam Rip. Pretty good, pretty good. Pretty good. Let me just think. Just max damage here. Opponent just scoops that. I think I could have just played the bottomless. I was trying to figure out if I should play this for 5 or for 1. I think the right play might have been to play this for 5 and then just draw a card. Yeah. I was also thinking about getting lost the Seam Rip. But anyways, opponent conceded there. We got the win. Okay, man. Valkyrie runs deck. And I think, I really was trying to practice, get better at this deck. So, just goes to show practice doesn't, I wouldn't say makes perfect. I'm sure I still made some misplays, but my gameplay today with this deck was definitely better, and improvement is the one thing I look for in my own gameplay, and, something that I promote on this channel. So thank you for tuning in and watching, and yeah, see you in the next one. Welcome back. I put my nostalgia aside because I wanted to try out Valkyrie Ruins Azorius Enchantments deck again after getting some tips and advice from him and other people in the comments. And look, today I personally felt that my gameplay was better. The result was 3-0. Last time that I played this deck, I went 1-2. Of course, that doesn't tell the full picture. I think in this gameplay, I was a little bit lucky. Opponents got a little bit mana screwed sometimes, but I think in best of 3, that's more normal. I think it just happens that people get mana screwed more because there's no hand smoothing algorithm. So just sort of tough luck there. And also last time I played the Izzet Lessons deck and the Izzet Looting deck, which were the 2 very strong meta decks. Today I only played the Izzet Looting deck. I never came across another meta deck. The other 2 decks that I played against, I believe, again, I'm not an expert on best of 3, I believe are less played, more off-meta builds. However, I was happy to get the win against that Izzet Looting deck. I am just wondering, I didn't sub in again Rest in Peace, and for people that have more experience in best of 3, do you sub in the Rest in Peace against them? Because I understand the Izzet Lessons deck, you want to do it to stop the lessons going. They do have some graveyard synergy there. The Stormchasers, of course, is able to get them something from the graveyard. They also play the Fear of Missing Out. which obviously will give them delirium. However, I felt like in that gameplay, the graveyard strategies that they were going for were not really the main thing I needed to take out. But I'd be curious to know from people that have more experience in best of 3, is the Rest in Peace an obvious sub there? And if it is, what do you sub out? Because yeah, obviously if you get it down, you exile the graveyard, but it's not removal or anything like that. But otherwise, I was very happy to just get the wins. And more importantly, I felt like my sequencing was better. And the strategy that Valkyrian gave me in terms of, in general, try to make sure that you get immediate value from Entity Tracker, Enduring Innocence, and the Tamer. I did feel like that made the deck a lot stronger and a lot smoother. Otherwise, oftentimes I was just playing something, I was getting blasted, and I was like, oh man, I got no value. So sort of being a bit more patient to get the value did work out. But yeah, anyways, that'll be the gameplay for today, and I do hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, stay tuned and hit that subscribe button, because there's going to be more nostalgic necro coming soon.